right, guys, we got about 1 more minute. Good to see everyone. Does anyone have any special requests this morning? Nope, just stretch it all. Yes. Okay.
Miss Kelly, could we stretch some hamstrings if you have time?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Mine are also still right there.
Yes, ma'am. If you guys missed the fitness class I taught last night, check that one out. We did long intervals, and I'm pretty sure my arms fell off and magically came on in the middle of the night. I'm not really sure. I'm so sore today. So, all right. All right, guys, we're going to get started. We're glad you're all here. Yay, cat yoga. I need to let mine down here. So, all right, we're going to get started. So go ahead and get on your mat. Can you guys see okay? Yes. All right. Go ahead and just start rolling your shoulders. Good. And I want you to bring your arms forward and clasp your hands. And just take a deep breath and try to come up. Bring your ears past your arms or your arms past your ears. Take a deep breath. Now exhale, curl your spine, tuck your ears between your biceps, push your knuckles away. Inhale back up. Now as you exhale, take the arms apart, look up at the ceiling. Inhale back up. And this time bring it forward again. And we'll go back up. And exhale, melt open. And come up. Good. Let's soft fold down to the floor. Good. Rib cage is on your knees. Good. And just from here, bring your hands to your shins or the top of your legs. And I just want you to pedal here, one leg at a time. Just kind of feeling that hip engage. Good. And bring your hands to the floor. Walk back to downward dog. Good. Again, pedal the legs. Find your shoulder roll. And find your plank. Good. And chaturanga to up dog. Oh, sore arms. Good. And bring it up to tabletop. Good. Let's just cat-cow here, warming up the spine. Curl up. And then let everything go. Good. And then we're going to bird dog here where we alternate. So your goal here is to not shift from side to side. So extend the opposite arm and leg. It doesn't matter which one. And then bring it down. Inhale as you switch. Exhale, other side. Inhale down as you switch. Exhale, other side. Inhale down as you switch. Exhale, other side. Inhale down as you switch. Exhale, other side. Good, now wherever you're at, just do 2 more. Good, and kick yourself back up to downward dog. Let's step forward with your left leg. Inhale here, revolve your lunge. Hands to the floor, step back to downward dog. Step forward with your right, revolve your lunge. And step in. Inhale. Exhale, find your fold. Good, bend your knees and unhinge. Oh, it should be a little bit warmer now. Take a breath. Good. Go ahead and just find single leg stand. So you're just lifting up that right leg. Be long here through the body. Soften that left knee just a bit. Good, now we're going to extend and bring it back in. Full exhale for the whole time. Then bring it in. And out. And in. And out. And in. Take that right leg. Bring it all the way behind you. Drop your arms behind you. Clasp them. Open up your shoulders here. Good. Take a breath. Sweep the arms up. And then turn and come to warrior 2. So your back foot is down. Press the blade of the foot into the floor. Make sure that front knee does not go past the toes. Pull up and in through the core. Make sure that your shoulders are over your hips and not coming forward. Good. Straighten your legs and just gently come over to a triangle. Good. Come all the way up. Reverse your triangle. Left arm up, right arm down. Good. Now take your left leg, that's your front one, and walk it toward the left side of your mat. Try to turn your hips and your shoulders toward the top of your mat. So your back leg is still pressing the blade of the foot down. This is warrior 1. And we're going to move with this to help warm up those hamstrings a little bit. So you're going to inhale and straighten. And I just want you to exhale, dive and touch. Good. Then bend the knee and come all the way up. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and dive. Bend the knee. Unhinge. Inhale and straighten. Exhale over that leg. Bend the knee. And come up. Let's do one more. Straighten. And dive. Bend the knee. And come up. Very good job. Straighten this time and just stay down here. Good. Now, if you need to narrow out your stance, you can, but you're going to drop your right knee to the floor. Come up into a kneeling lunge. Press the hip forward. Make sure that your back foot is relaxed, so top of the foot to the floor. Good. And we're just going to move with this. So take a breath and just turn, twist your kneeling lunge. Big exhale here. Good. And then take a breath, dive again to the floor and pull your hips back. Good. Now you can flex your foot here. You'll feel that more in the calf, or you can point your toes and you'll feel that in the shin. It's up to you. Let's move. Come up. Inhale as you unhinge. Exhale and turn. Inhale as the hands go to the floor. Exhale, sit back. And forward and up. Exhale and turn. Up and down and sit back. Very nice. One more. Up. Turn. And up. Hands down. Good. Now from here, all I'm going to do is tuck my back foot, and that's just going to let me shift forward into a lunge. Take that left leg, that's your top one, up to three-leg dog. Good. Pull that knee directly underneath you. Come forward like you're doing a plank. So your knee is off the floor, knee hover. Go back up. And exhale forward. Go back up. And come forward. Come back up. Now, we're going to keep doing the left leg, but I want you to come forward into a plank. Keep your left leg up if you can. Now you're going to try to touch your knee to your arm. Just go as far as you can. Good. And once you've done 4, relax to the floor. Good. Roll your shoulders and just lift your gaze here. Good. Now take a deep breath. Engage the legs and lift. All the parts are popping. Lift. Take your knees out toward the sides of your mat. Exhale back into child's pose. Good. Come back to tabletop. Keep your hips high. Now, instead of the hips going back, walk the hands forward. Press your heart to the floor. Playful puppy. Think about pressing your shoulder blades apart. And walk yourself up. Oh, I love that stretch. Tuck your feet. Downward dog. Lift your gaze, and from here, walk or jump in. Big inhale, standing extension. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Let the shoulders roll if you need to. Good. And just shift your weight. Find that weight in your right leg when you're ready. And lift into your single leg stand. Good. Now, your goal is to get your knee even with your hips so that your thigh is flat. But that may not be where you're at today. It's okay if you're just touching your toe down too. Find an inhale. On the whole exhale, then bring it in. Challenge yourself to breathe all the way out. Hold it a little longer than you want to. And bring it in. And out. And in. One more time. And in. Take that left leg, set it back. Drop your hands behind you. Yes, enjoy that shoulder stretch. Take a deep breath up and turn, warrior two. Straighten your legs and over we go to triangle. Good, unhinge all the way up and reverse your triangle. Big stretch between the ribs and the hips there on the right side. Good, and now take your front leg, that's your right one. Walk it over toward the right side of the mat and turn the hips and shoulders. But keep your back foot turned, blade of the foot to the floor. Leg has to be really super engaged here. Warrior one. Good, now here we go. Inhale and straighten. Exhale, dive over. Now bend the leg, push the hips down, and unhinge. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and dive. Bend the knee, drop the hips, and unhinge. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and dive. Bend the knee. And up. You got one more. Straighten. And dive. Bend the knee. Unhinge. Straighten. And this time we'll just stay down here. Breathe in this space for a moment. And from here, you'll just drop your knee down and unhinge into your kneeling lunge. Press your hips forward. Good. Let's start with our twist. So inhale up, exhale and turn. And then take a breath and sit back. It's just like somebody's pulling on your hips. Feel that in the lower back and the hamstrings. And we turn again. Up we go. And back. And forward inhale. Exhale and turn. And back we go. One more time. And back. And I'm going to engage my back foot, and that's just going to let me slide forward into a lunge. And I'm going to take that right leg up to three-leg dog. Good, and hovering knee. So come forward into a plank, drop your knee right above the floor, below your belly button. Inhale, and down. We're only doing 3 of these because we're going down here to plank. So drop your elbows. Keep that right knee lifted if you can, or lifted. And now you're going to the side. So here's what it looks like from the side. Keeping my hips down, opening up the hip. And when you've done 3, relax to the floor. Roll your shoulders open. And just a little baby cobra here. Take a breath. Good. Push your feet to the floor. Lift into up dog. And sit back. Knees come apart towards the sides of your mat. Sit back, child's pose. Bring yourself back up to tabletop. Keep your hips above your knees. Walk your hands away. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. Press your heart to the floor. And walk that out. Well done. Tuck your feet and find your downward dog. And from here, you'll walk or step forward to your top of your mat. Inhale into your standing extension. So lift the ribs off your hips and deliberately try to take your ribs farther down the front of your legs. Relax your upper body. Good, bend your knees and lift your gaze. Find your shoulder roll. Very good. All right, we're moving on. So we're gonna go back to the single leg stand with the right leg up. You can bring the hands to prayer or overhead. Good, so where we're going from here is a twist or a big toe hold variation. So version 1, I'm gonna put my left hand across to my right leg, and then I'm opening up. Now I'm still looking forward, and that is okay, but if you have more balance, you can try to look back at your back hand. Now if you're having trouble just getting your leg up, look, you can always just touch the toe to the floor and twist here. All right, now the next version, if you want more, is to grab the toe and try to extend the leg. And maybe you could look back at your hand before, but now you can't. So you kind of have to take it at whatever stage you're at. You should feel that way in the top of your hip as well as in your core. Good, release that. Good, now take your right leg, that's the one you just had up. Wrap it around your back leg. So you're actually gonna step off to the side of your mat. Good. And then from here, squeeze your inner thighs. Push your front knee towards your big toe. Take your back knee down toward the floor. Yes, you should feel that in both hips. Now inhale with your right hand, and we're gonna exhale over to the left. This is candlestick. Good, very active strength. You should feel this in your legs. Kind of like you're holding a lunge, but there's this stretch in the hips going on as well. Good, from here, we're just gonna step up and take that right foot halfway back. Over we go, into a split leg fold. Good, now I want you to shift your weight forward. Leave your right hand on the floor. Lift your right foot hip height. You're not trying to go farther. We're gonna do revolved half moon. So you're turning to your left. Do your best to straighten your left leg. Now, modify. If you want to keep the right foot down and just turn here, you can. Good. Now, push your left hand in front of your left foot. Open up your hip toward the right. This may be right where you stay. If you want to try for more, try to open everything up to the right. This is half moon. This is a big balance, big strength, big flexibility move. So just do your best. If you need to bring it down, bring it down. Now we're going to float through hovering half moon. So I'm just unhinging. Woo! And step back. And I'm right into warrior two. Well done. Did you fall over? I wasn't looking, so that's good. Good. Straighten and find your triangle. Good. Come up. Good. We're going to go right to the floor. Put your knee on the floor. Now sit back, just like you did before. Good. Now, I want you to leave your legs straight, but let your hips come forward. So it's not kneeling lunge. So this is half monkey, where I'm up. I'm up here. You can stay right here at half monkey. If you want to go into full monkey, you can. Ooh, it's been a while. Thanks, Belinda, for the hamstring work. And if you want to go into full monkey, really full monkey, take those hands over your head. Y'all want me to slap her? All right, come down. Just breathe. This is a big, big sensation. Back out of it a little bit if you need to. Yep. Good. From here, I'm just going to take my left leg off to the side. Yep. So now my right hip is stacked over my right knee, and my left knee is out. This is gate pose. Take a breath up with your right hand again, kind of like that candlestick, and lean to your left. Now you can cross your left hand over. You can put it on your hip. You can reach for your calf, but please keep your hand off of your knee. Good, now we're going to cartwheel. Put your right hand on the floor and let your left leg lift. Try to point your toes forward. Reach out to the opposite wall with your left hand. Good. Now, I want you to think about your belly button going toward the wall behind you as you exhale and pull your knee into your elbow. Then straighten everything back out. Exhale, pull in, and inhale away. Exhale, pull in, push away. One more. Exhale, push in, reach away. Now reach that left hand down, find your left foot. Very nice. Point your foot toward the wall over there. And if you can try to open up your heart toward the ceiling. Good. Release your left foot. Just come on back out. Good. If you need to put your hands on the floor, you can. I want you to open up your right knee toward the right side of your mat. Turn your left foot in. Yep, so you have this angle, and I'm just going to sit into the center here. Try not to be over your right leg. Try to be in the center, just like you're doing a middle split, only it's half. Relax. You can keep your elbows on the floor. You can stay up on your hands, or take a full reach and try to drop the heart to the floor. Breathe into your lower back here. Good, and bring yourself in. We're gonna walk our downward dog, so lift your hips. Just take a little walk in, and then walk your feet to the top of your mat. Take a breath here and bend your knees, almost like you're giving yourself a hug here. Soft fold. Think about when you're in child's pose, how rounded your spine is. Try to do that here while you're standing. Good, now while you're down here, take 2 fingers in each hand and grab your toes. Good, now push with your heels and try to straighten your legs. Look down at the back of your mat. Now some of you may straighten your legs, some of you may not. This is all about the hamstrings, so just do your best. Good. Feel the hips push away from the heels. Good. Bend your knees and unhinge. And roll your shoulders. Very nice. All right. Good job, guys. Take a breath. You can bring the hands to prayer or up, whichever you'd like to do. We're lifting the left leg. Remember to keep all 4 corners of your feet on the floor, that standing foot. Make sure that you're bending that standing leg. So our first big toe hold modification, we reach across with the right hand, look back to the left hand. Maybe you don't look back. Maybe this is good, that's fine. Woo. Good, if you want to try the next level, you can big toe hold. Whoop. Now don't worry if you get it for like, a second and then you lose it. That's okay. That's kind of the process. I was not always like this.
My left side's so bad.
We're gonna take that leg and step back and open up to your warrior 2. That was graceful. All right. And over we go to our triangle. Good, come all the way up. And now we're just gonna turn toward this leg. Good. I went a little backwards there. Take your left leg and step halfway in. There we go. All right, so we're gonna try the revolved half moon. So you can keep your left foot on the floor and just rotate here if you want to. Or if you want a little more, set the left hand on the floor. Now you're not trying to reach your foot to the ceiling here. It's not standing split. Push your heel to the back of your mat. Exhale and open. Good, and now we advance that challenge. Put your right hand on the floor. Keep your left hand on the floor first. And open up your hip. And up we go. I realize I just forgot candlestick on this side too. We'll finish with that. My dog was going crazy upstairs. I was a little distracted. Good, now if you want to try, hover your half moon and come up. Good, we're back at that warrior 2. Just go ahead and float through to your triangle and turn. Put your knee on the floor. Good, sit back. Good, so half monkey, I want to push my hips forward, but I want to keep my legs straight. So different than a kneeling lunge. This side might be different than the other side. Honor where you're at. Do me a favor, pay attention to your shoulders and make sure you're not doing this. Push down. Tall posture, like you have a book on your head. Big stretch reflex here in this monkey pose. So back out of it a little bit if you need to. Tell your body you're okay. And then relax. One more big breath. Good, and now we're going to take this leg out to the side for our gate pose. Good, so make sure that your left knee is stacked right above your left hip. And this leg is straight out. So it's not ahead of my hip, it's next to my hip. Take a breath up. Good, and we're going to lean to the right. Again, stay off of your knee. Just enjoy that opening of your heart here. Nice stretch in the back. Little baby stretch in that inner thigh. Good, and now we cartwheel. Set the left hand on the floor, right under your shoulder. Lift your right leg. Reach out with your right arm. Good. Think about your belly button moving backward as you exhale and pull in. Then reach away. So my spine is curling in. And I reach away. Exhale in. And reach away. One more. Good. Come around. Grab that right foot. And if you can, try to open up your heart to the ceiling. Nice shoulder stretch there. Just give yourself permission to relax open here. And release that. Go back to your gate pose. Take your left knee out toward the left side of your mat. Turn your left foot in toward the center of your mat. And then walk that right foot away. And find your center. So I'm in the middle here, not over my left leg. And we relax into our split leg child's pose, half middle split, whatever you'd like to call it. Go ahead and bring that in, walk it in. Woo. Tuck your feet, lift to downward dog. Good, now listen to me. Step in with your right leg. And step halfway in with your left leg and unhinge. Let's take that left leg now behind you, and I'm squeezing my inner thighs as high up as I can. Ball of the foot to the floor. I want to push my right knee toward my right toes. I want to sink my left knee down. Keep your hips square. Inhale up, exhale over. You can set your hand on your hip, you can reach. Big active stretch here. You should feel like you're doing this with your legs. But not with your breath, right? Good. From here, just step to mountain pose. And let's just shoot all the way down into that nice hug. Soft fold. You can even hug around your legs if you want. Rounded spine. Breathe deep. Good, and we're gonna go to that big toe hold. So 2 fingers, wrap the toes. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can take your hands and set them underneath. That's just gonna engage the calves a little bit more. Now, if you can't reach your toes, that's okay, right? Reach as far as you can, but you should reach your toes in this stretch. I'd rather you reach your toes and not straighten your legs because it's targeting the hamstrings a little bit more rather than sort of hovering here, kind of a different stretch. So everyone should have their toes. And release that, bend your knees and lift your gaze. Very nice job. Good job. All right. We're going to start heading toward the floor. Take a breath up. Big hinge and fold. And walk back to downward dog. Good, now listen, from your downward dog here, all you're going to do is drop to your elbows. This is dolphin pose. Now, you can stay right here in dolphin pose, or walk your feet toward your head and lift your left leg or right leg, it doesn't matter. Push through your forearms. And then when you're ready, you can switch. You can also try to lift both legs.
That's not my kickoff leg.
Good, from here, walk all the way back. And we're in an elbow plank. Walk back up to your hands. Chaturanga to up dog. Tuck your feet. Downward dog. Set your left leg down. Cross it through the midline of your body. So your left foot is going to the right side of your mat. Your left knee is going toward the left side of your mat. If you're more flexible, try to get your shin parallel to the top of your mat. Now, if it bothers your knee at all, if you have knee injuries or anything, pull that in a little bit. Try to square off your hips with your shoulders. Now remember, it's not about folding forward. It's about pushing back into your hips. We lengthen here. Push your shoulders out of your ears. You walk yourself up. Good. Have a seat on your left hip if you're not already there. You're going to take your left leg, that's the one that's in front, and extend it. Just leave your right one behind. If that does not feel comfortable for your knee or your hip, just switch it to tree. Kneel it to a seated tree. Good. Just take a breath. And we're just going to fold over that front leg. Walk yourself up. Now take your left leg and bend it again. And you should have like the letter S with your legs. Open your heart toward the ceiling. And you're going to push your right hip. Just push your hip. Now, if you want to stay right here, you can do that. Or if you want to go into a reclined S stretch, just come down and open up. Now, don't fight with that right leg on top. Just let it be heavy. To come up from here, roll to your left shoulder and come up. Set your hands and go to your downward dog. Take a couple nice breaths there. And when you're ready, we'll bring the left or the right leg down. So now the right leg is going toward the left side of your mat, and your right knee is going toward the right side of your mat. Again, make sure that you're not overextending your knee. You do want to flex your foot slightly to protect that knee as well. Try not to think about going over your shin, but backward toward the back of your mat. Try not to think about where you were on the other side. Just honor where you're at on this side. Just appreciate where you are. Good. From there, come on up. Now you're going to take your right leg and extend it out. Again, if you need to move this foot in, you can. Just relax over that front leg. Walk that up, and now you'll take that front leg, bend it. So now you should kind of have the letter Z or backward S. Open up your heart. Good, now you can stay here, and I just push my hip forward. Nice hip flexor stretch there. Or take it to a full recline. Again, just let your leg be heavy with gravity. Don't try to push with it. Good, from here to come out, roll to your right shoulder. Good, set your hands on the floor and come back to downward dog. Good, come forward into plank and lay yourself all the way down. Now I've turned backwards on my mat so that you can see my feet. Tuck your toes and engage your thighs. Now I just want you to walk your feet out wider. All right, keep your feet flexed. Relax your head. I know you're kind of looking at me right now, but I want you to try to push your heels to the floor. Now it's not just your feet. See if you can get the whole leg, thigh, knees, everything to turn to the outside. Good. From here, just tuck your toes, push yourself up, and bring your knees together here as much as you can. And I just want you to soften that spine, just like we've done standing. Bring your hands by your side. If your head cannot touch the floor, go ahead and just bring your hands or your arms in front and rest your head in your forearms. Breathe deep through your back here. Feel your ribs as you breathe, pushing on the top of your legs. Engage your hands first. Roll up. Now take your knees as wide as you can, but keep your toes together. Push your hips back and walk the heart to the floor, wide-legged. So this should feel more in your hips than your lower back. Good. And from here, just make your way to seated. Take your time. Go ahead and grab the back of your legs. Roll everything back. Set your feet on the floor. On an exhale, lift into a bridge. Good, now you're going to take your left hand, put it underneath your hips, beneath you. Make sure that your palm is down. And then relax down onto that forearm. Very nice. Press the shoulders toward the floor. Take your right hand, that's your free one. Reach up and over your head and find your left ear. Should be over there on the left side of your head. Pull your right ear to your right shoulder. Good, release your head first. Find a breath. Exhale, release that arm. And then when you're ready, set the right one under and relax down. Reach up with that left arm, find your right ear, pull your left ear to your left shoulder. Just let everything head toward the floor. And release that. On an exhale, lift into a bridge. And exhale down. Bring your knees up to above your hips. Drop your knees to one side. Take a deep breath here. And now exhale and look the other way. Good, and slowly make your way the other way. Get to the other side first, then take a deep breath. Then exhale and open up. Good, take a breath. Give your legs a hug. Good, go ahead and rock back and forth. And when you're ready, drop your feet. Let your knees fall together. Good, if you want to open up the knees, you can, or lay in the corpse pose, you can. But I'd like for you to take one hand and put it below your belly button, so kind of on your hips. Take the other hand and put it right below your heart on your rib cage. Now just deliberately focus on your breath here. And moving your breath past that top hand down to the bottom hand. Not even necessarily trying to lift both. Almost just trying to not lift the top hand and really lift the bottom hand. Notice your breath getting deeper. Find the rhythm within your breathing. Take about 3 more deep breaths in. Let that last one out like a big sigh. Then begin to bring some movement to your toes and your hands. When you're ready, roll to one side and join me seated. Good, just relax your arms in your lap and just gently rotate the ribs here. Ease the back. When you're ready, switch sides. Good, stop in your center and let your head fall from side to side. Look from side to side. And let your chin fall center. Good, and bring your hands to prayer. Just extend straight up today. Expand the ribs. Exhale, come center. Do that again. And exhale. One more. And center. God bless you guys. Namaste. Well done. Excellent job, you guys. Great job today. I will see you on Friday. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you,
Have a
Miss
good
Kelly.
one.